we're just through the entire motor. We put a cam in it and we broke in the cam, drained out the brake and oil, and then put the oil that's in it now and a new filter. We racked up about 1,000 miles in the process. I was supposed to change the oil at 500 miles, but it kind of came and went pretty fast. So we're gonna take care of that today. I also have yet to check the fuel mileage. I probably filled the thing up a dozen times already. I'm curious to see. I finally wrote down my miles last time I filled up. Don't do it, buddy. I don't know what to expect. 8, 10, maybe 12? Who knows? Another thing we need to do is wash it. It has been getting really dirty from all this daily driving. One thing I need to mention, we need to do something about this real soon. We got this good sounding engine, but it just one wheel peels and it struggles to get going, mainly because it has 273 gears in it, which is a really tall gear. It is a 3-speed turbo 400. I'm thinking 410 posi and we'll be set up, but that's not today's video. That's just what we need to do next. What do you think about that?
Good.
I mean, it does all right. Anyway, back to today's video. See what kind of fuel mileage we're getting, wash the truck, then we're gonna head back to the shop. We're gonna drop all the oil out since it's nice and warm now, send it out to the lab with one of them Blackstone kits, check on the health of the engine so I can continue to keep dailying the truck, probably up until the winter time when the snow starts flying. Then we'll park it again and we'll get into maybe doing that rear end swap. First stop, I predict 10. What do you predict? 10. That's what I said. Alright, no wait. Crunch these numbers quick. I did 108 miles and we added about 10 gallons of fuel. Boom. 10 miles a gallon. Just like you guessed. Nice. Get her washed. Looks good. Let's roll. To the shop. Drop this oil while it's good and hot. Safety. All right. Under the truck, let's drop the oil. And then we're gonna collect our little sample here for lab testing. We'll let that run its course. All the oil is drained out. I got the filter swapped underneath. So we're all done under there. I did have to jack up the back of the truck to level it out to kind of get the rest of the oil out. Now we're good to add. Let me quick show you this oil sample thing. We collected it, put in some information. I let them know there's only 1,000 miles on the oil and then that we just swapped the cam out. Package all this up quick, ship it out, let them test it, do their rocket math and science. I reckon I'll put about 3 of our 5 quarts over here on this side, and this here's the stuff we'll be putting in. Lucas high zinc. This is what I used last time. I like it all right. For this old flat tap at V8, should work pretty good. While we're waiting for that oil to settle down, we'll take care of another maintenance item quick here. And that is the fuel filter. Probably should have changed this a little bit sooner. Kind of like the oil, but when we swapped out that driver's side tank, I noticed a bunch of stuff got caked up in the filter here. I think we got her. Cool. Let's check out that oil. Oh yeah, we good. I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole with the truck. Check it out. This all started because I didn't have a left turn signal and it ended up being a bulb. I thought it would have been wiring because the previous owner used a lot of these stupid clip-on splice things. I was going around fixing a lot of them. Then I ran out of butts. I just stepped on a bulb. Anyway, so I started replacing all the headlight connectors because they were looking old. The low beam one like melted off. I got new connectors for the headlights. I didn't get to this side because I ran out. Also threw in a set of LED bulbs. Looks pretty sweet, nice and bright. So I'm gonna throw the grill back together and get all this back together and see how that looks. Looks good, sounds good. Let's go for a ride. lot done today, but there are still some known issues with the truck that aren't going to get done. Like the speedometer, for example. It's about 15 miles an hour slow. Not about, it's pretty much exactly 15 miles an hour slow through the entire range. So I pretty much just know where to keep it. So that's why it's not getting fixed. There's really not much else to do besides the stuff that we want to get done that I was talking about earlier. So a re-gear, posi, I don't really think I need much else. Just reminded me pulling into the driveway here, the turn signal indicator doesn't work, and I replaced the circuit board, and ever since then that's when it stopped working. Everything else, interior wise, lighting, works just the way it should. So that kind of bothers me that that's the only thing that doesn't work. But anyway, still waiting for the lab results to come back for the oil, but I've been having an interesting week. You remember how I said everything was fixed? Well, something happened since then. I noticed a nice coolant puddle right here below the passenger door, not in front by the radiator like a normal coolant leak. Back here. That means it's likely a heater core, which it is. So all morning I've been working on that job, got the heater box pulled out and found our leak, got it over here on the workbench. You can see down in here just how saturated all this is. Heater core's leaking. I still had heat though, so that's cool, but broke off a bolt trying to get this thing out. I'm making a separate how-to video on that, but it gets worse. To add insult to injury, when I was taking apart the front end, changing out these bulbs, and there's like a little 8mm screw that holds the grill in, and as soon as I took it out, I heard it hit the ground, and of course it went into the black hole, just like all other fasteners do when you drop them. I was like, don't worry about it. I'll find another bolt, and I did. Got it back together. Then I found this. That is the bolt in question, jammed in the tire. It's not leaking air yet, but I just happened to glance at that the other day and found my missing bolt. Gonna finish getting this heater core swapped out, got a brand new one, and then we'll repair that tire. Hopefully soon I have the results for the oil, and we'll go over that in this video. I got that heater core done, everything's buttoned up in the cab. And right now we're bleeding the cooling system, getting all the air bubbles out. Should be in good shape to get that tire fixed. What a little sucker. Two weeks later, finally got some results from the oil test. So let's check it out. I'm gonna throw these numbers up on the screen so you can follow along and do whatever you want with it. I don't know what I'm looking at either. In the far right column is the universal average, which is what the numbers are supposed to be for this truck. And then the other column is our actual results. In the comments here, they said, based on the recent cam swap and the motor being put together, all the high metal content should be normal, which to me is a little bit inconclusive. They're pretty much just telling me, keep on sending the samples over as I drive the truck. But anyway, still good information. Same thing with the silicone. Those numbers are really high. They're thinking that's from the assembly grease and the brake and oil, stuff like that, so that should clear up as well. Everything else checked out just fine. From what they're telling me, pretty normal numbers for a motor that was just put back together. Gonna keep daily driving it, of course, till something else breaks or it's wintertime, then we're gonna park it. Then we're gonna dig back into it again, do some of them upgrades I was talking about, and then a couple other aesthetic things I have planned for the truck, but that'll wrap it up for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy. See you in the next one.